Hello, everybody. Welcome to the All About Favor YouTube channel. And today is Tell the Truth Thursday. I just want to thank everybody who have been supporting the channel. Those of you who have been liking the videos, you've been sharing the videos. Thank you so much. And to all of my subscribers, over 900 subscribers. Thank you all so much. I just pray that I am reaching people and that I am giving people hope, inspiration, and encouragement. Thank you again so much for supporting me. Your emails, oh my goodness, these emails are absolutely awesome. Thank you all so much. Remember, you can email me at walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. Keep those emails coming because the emails and the content of the emails not only helps you, but it's helping other people because it's giving other people more inspiration and more courage to actually write down and journal their thoughts and their feelings. So keep that going. Keep the emails coming. And please comment. Comment on the videos. Tell me what you like about them. Tell me some things that I can improve on. Tell me some content that you'd like for me to cover. So, what you've all been waiting for. Let's get to the emails for Tell the Truth Thursday. Again, I have notes I will be reading because as I read the emails, I jot down the notes from the contents of it. So here is email number 1 for Tell the Truth Thursday. Pastor KZ, thank you for encouraging us, but I would have never thought I could be so comfortable writing in a journal every day. But now it's become a part of my daily pattern. Thank you for just saying that it's okay. And I'm a man. And for me to sit and journal every day, I never thought I would do it. So here's my truth. It's a bit long, Pastor K. So please, I hope this is one you choose to read. I'm in my mid-50s. Been married over 29 years to a wonderful woman, and we have 3 beautiful daughters. Go ahead, Pastor K. By the way, I love your expressions. Last week when you said, okay, girl, I bust out laughing, he said. Well, thank you so much for noticing that. And he says, I know you're going to have a side eye or some type of facial expression for this email. So he says, listen to this, viewers. Whatever y'all do, never start a work husband, work wife relationship. That situation is horrible. Here it is, Pastor. I was on a job a little over 15 years when I met her. She just had me mesmerized. Every day I just had to see her. I started eating lunch with her, even though my wife made me very good nutritionist lunches every day, had been for all of these years. I started spending money on her, the work wife. Then I started doing things I had stopped doing when I was in my 20s, and I had started back going to the clubs just to meet up with the work wife. Not only the clubs, happy hour every week, just things I never did for years. I've stopped doing them. Well, the big deal is one night we ended up, well, you can clean this up, Pastor K. Yeah, I'm going to clean it up. We ended up in bed together. I thought that girl, this here woman here, Pastor K, she drove me crazy. All right, I'm going to give you a side eye now. This woman drove me crazy. She did things to me that I only read about and saw in movies, and the trouble began there. I'm going to pause it here. No, the trouble didn't begin there. The trouble started when you first started addressing her as wife your work wife. I would go home, I would pick arguments, I would criticize my wife about little things just so I could get out the house, to get to the work wife. So one day, let me bring you up to speed on this, Pastor K. One day, my wife came home and she said, "Oh, babe, I got some fantastic news for you." And I'm like, "Oh, what is it? What is it?" And she said, "Guess what happened at the beauty salon today?" And I said, "What? Oh, not no more of your drama from your friend girls." She say, "No, this isn't actually a friend girl of mine. You can say she's kind of like family now." And I said to my wife, "What you talking about?" And she said, "Guess who I met today? I met your work wife in the beauty salon." Pastor K and viewers, my heart stopped. A lump got in my throat. I just felt sick. She said, "Yeah, this lady was in the beauty salon. I see her there all the time when I go get my hair done. She's in there. But this particular day, I knew she had had a baby, but she came there to get her hair done after being off on maternity leave for some time. She was showing off her pictures of her baby on her phone, going from person to person in the beauty salon." And she said, "Oh, and I want y'all to see this, my fiance, but we started off as he was my work husband, but we gonna get married." She flashed a picture, and guess who was in the picture with the baby? You. She said, "I'm done with you, and I'm out of here." That's my truth, Pastor Casey. That is my truth. My wife left me. And now the sad part is, she said to me before she left, "Do you remember the day we got married? That night on our wedding night, I told you if you ever cheated on me and a baby came out of the deal, I'm done and I'm leaving you." She kept her word. She left me. Now I am left living in a 2-bedroom apartment with the work wife and our son. Pastor KZ, I am so miserable. I want my wife back. I have 3 daughters with her, and my girls won't even speak to me. Our oldest, who's getting married soon, she already informed me that her uncle will be giving her away. I'm hurt. I'm devastated. I don't even like the work wife. Pastor, she don't even clean up. She don't cook. She's nothing like my wife. Man, she had me fooled. She looks good going to work, dressed up to the nines, makeup flawless. But when she is home, she's just a mess. I want my family back. And I'm leaving the work wife. I'm willing to pay child support. I just want to be done with her. And he's saying, all she keeps doing now is hounding me to divorce my wife and marry her. Pastor K, I done messed up, and I messed up bad. I want my family back. Y'all, I was in lust, and the work wife said she was never in love with me. And I told her, well, one thing is not gonna ever happen. I'm not divorcing my wife. I'm packing up and I'm going to try to go repair my relationship with my wife. I'm detaching myself from the work wife. All I want to say, Pastor, to all the men out there, don't do that work wife stuff. It leads to nothing but trouble. He says, now, Pastor K, your comments. Okay, you want to hear my comments for real, since you asked for them? Boy, bye. Did you really think you say you in your what, mid-50s? For real? You left a stable marriage to go play house? How did you think that was going to end up? All I can say to you, boy, bye. But thank you for your email, and I look forward to your reply. You gonna be paying child support in your 50s? Viewers, what y'all think? Are y'all looking side-eye the same way I am? You made a mistake. You messed up. Can you get your wife back? I mean, your real wife? I don't know. But you know what? Much prayer, counseling, more prayer will help. Begging, you better put on your Keith Sweat tapes and try to listen to that. What happened here, viewers? Yes, people make mistakes, brother. I'm not going to beat you up because you already feel bad as it is. Your truth is so many other people's truth. And by you being willing to share it, that took courage. That took courage. And I give you props for that. But for real, in your 50s, now you got a little baby. And you got one daughter finna get married. Literally grown children. And now you starting over again. Boy, bye. Let's move on. Thank you for sharing that. I know you're going to write back to me. Truth number 2 on Tell the Truth Thursday. Pastor K, I have a truth, but I'm so ashamed to even say it. I have never told this to anybody, but for some reason I feel compelled to tell you because you make it feel easy for us to share. I grew up in a home where my daddy beat my mama. Then he beat us. But here's the sick part of it. Daddy used to make us beat up our sisters. He used to always say, men need to keep women in line. I'm hoping you pick my email to share with the viewers, but I know the viewers are not going to like me. I'm from Florida. I won't say what part of Florida, but I know I would get raked over the coals for this, but you want us to tell the truth? I've been journaling. It has helped me. But Pastor, I grew up being just like my daddy. I put my hands on women. I beat my wife. Well, I used to beat her. I admit I'm 64 years old. Now I got health issues, health problems, and guess who's still standing by my side? A woman that I beat down for over 30-some years. We only have one daughter, and she came home one night, beat so badly. She was just ringing the doorbell, and when we answered the door, my wife and I, it was our baby girl, beat up, bloody, so bad we had to take her to the hospital. My little princess was bruised up, and I wanted to go take that man out who did that to my baby. But you know what, Pastor K? She went back to him. I said to her, you're going back to a man who did this to you? And she said, yes, Daddy, I love him. Just like Mama loves you and stayed with you. You know what, Daddy? I'm with a man who is just like you. Most girls look for men like their daddies, and I certainly got one just like my daddy. Pastor K, I gotta stop writing right now because the tears are flowing so bad. I'm gonna finish writing in my journal later, and I'll come back to the email. I'm just so ashamed right now. My brother, thank you for being honest. Thank you for identifying that the behavior you were exhibiting, you know exactly where it came from. A history of physical abuse in the home. You grew up as a little boy watching your father do this, and then your father having y'all boys beat up your sisters, and then you do this in your adult life. You do need therapy. You need help. You say you used to beat her. You say you don't beat her now. Do you not beat her now because now you got all these physical ailments going on and you're not physically able to beat her anymore? Or did you stop beating your wife because you knew it was wrong and you had an epiphany and you've asked for forgiveness? Please continue to write. Finish it up so we can talk more about it. There's help for you. There's hotlines. And I'm sure you say you're 64. I'm sure you have some type of insurance. Please call and get you some therapy. Get some help. Get in therapy. Your daughter needs therapy as well. You know, this is no judgment of you or any man out there who've put their hands on a woman. There's no justification to strike a woman. It doesn't make you a big man because you think beating a woman puts her in check or keeps her in line. Your wife, your sister, any woman that you're involved with, she is not a punching bag. She's not to be kicked and stomped around. She's to be loved. We just had this on Testimony Tuesday with the former First Lady talking about how the pastor who was her husband would beat her. You have got to detach yourself from that behavior. See, remember I say there's sometimes you got to detach from situations, but there's some behaviors you've got to detach yourself from. We're going to pray for you. Viewers, subscribers, we're going to pray. Each time we have these Testimony Tuesdays and these Tell the Truth Thursdays, we got to remember once long after you all log off, we got to pray. Because it takes courage to write this stuff down. And I know it must have been painful for him to write this and see, I did this. My little girl, he called her his little princess. My little princess was just beaten, and it killed him inside to see his baby girl beat like that. But then when she gave him a truth he wasn't ready to hear. Daddy, I chose a man just like Mama did, and he's just like you. Mama didn't leave you. Out of all of the beatings you put on her, she stayed. How you gonna tell me to leave a man I love? That is a lot to unpack. Let's move on to the next email. That's a lot right there. Here's a guy saying, Pastor K, I want you to return back to my email of last week. So I will do that. This truth that we're going to tell, truth number 3. This email is part 2 of the man I spoke about on last week. He said, Pastor KZ, I went to my daddy's grave and I cussed him out. I called him every name in the book. That man messed me up. Because of him, I'm a functional alcoholic. He was mean, he was unkind, he was unaffectionate. How did I manage? I detached myself. As soon as I turned 18, I got away from them. I went to the military just to run away. But the truth is, Pastor, I'm still angry with my dead daddy, and I'm angry with my mother because my mama did not protect us. I felt like she should have protected us better. She saw how he was doing us in the home. My mother is still alive. She's elderly now, and she has early stage Alzheimer's, he says. I can't tell her this truth, knowing the state she's in. But man, I wish I could tell her this one day, and she understands what I'm talking about. That's the end of that email. Thank you for sharing that. Viewers, write in the comments. If you have any tips, any things you'd like to share or say about these emails. At some point, I'm going to go live so I can see your comments and we can talk back and forth. But my brother, detaching yourself at an early age, at 18 when you went to the military, all that did was prolong this confrontation. And you were gone for a long time, according to your email, that when you did return back, your father was already near death and you couldn't express yourself. So now you're going to the cemetery talking to him. That could help some, that just saying it out loud. But since you are in the military, you can also get help. I am encouraging counseling, y'all. I'm sorry, but just opening your Bible, reading your Bible, saying a few quick prayers, you need more than that. You need more than that. Yes, God can turn any situation around. God is a miracle worker. I believe in that. But you gotta have some tools, some things you can work on yourself. See, some people, some of this stuff, y'all, has gone on so long because people have hidden it. People hide behind religion. They hide behind their Christian walk or their faith. They get so busy doing church work and doing this for the church. There's sometimes people do that so they don't have to think about the horrors and the things that they've lived. Some of the most hurt people sitting up in churches every Sunday. They going in one way and they coming out the same way they went in there. You going in there to feel excited and get uplifted and dance in the spirit, but your soul is messed up. You hurting inside. You hiding the real truth about what you dealing with. And you gotta tell the truth. And let me just be real about something. Some of the biggest non-truth tellers is sitting in churches all over because we as a culture of people, we're taught to keep everything inside. We're some of our race, I'm talking about our race. We're some of the most physically sick people it is. You know why we're physically sick? Because psychologically, emotionally, or mentally, we got so much stuff that's messed up in the head and our heart is hurt. Some of us are broken inside and we ain't never got healed from that. And think about all of that compounds physical stuff. Sometimes you're not really sick. Sometimes it's stress. Sometimes that anxiety you feel, it comes from things going on with you in your personal life. Even your relationships with people, whether it's a relationship that, like people are here writing saying they got daddy issues, they got mommy issues. Last week I covered people who got sibling rivalry issues. Family issues sometimes is the root cause of emotional stress. Because you may have grown up in a house with other siblings where you clearly wasn't the favorite, or you just felt weird or awkward, or I'm different from them, or you were treated different from them. Because in everybody's family, let's keep it 100 here, some people clearly are the favorites. Okay, nobody don't want to deal with that because everybody always I love all of my children the same. Okay, some of them don't feel that way. Take time and listen to them and let them express what they feel instead of shutting them down. Sometimes we come from families where they shut down everything, so you just have learned, keep your mouth closed, deal with it. This how it is. Let me go on to another one. Thank you for that email. This one kind of took me in a different direction. Here's a female, because I wanted to add some women into it today. This truth here. She said, Pastor KZ, she said, let me change how she put this. Clean it up a little bit here. Pastor K, I would be good, and I'm cleaning this up. I'm paraphrasing now to clean up her words. I would be good if I never have to have sex with my husband again. It's awful. He disgusts me. We're telling the truth, and I'm writing it down in my journal because I need to get this out. She said, I'm going to tell you something. Please, please share my email. But you think there are other women who feel this way, Pastor KZ? Do you know of any other women? You're a pastor, you've counseled people, she says. Have you ever heard women say, having sex with my husband is repulsive? I get nothing from it. There's no gratification. He doesn't know how to hold me. He's not intimate. It's just do the act, he's done. I'm going to move on from this email. This is a lot in this email, and she wants me to unpack some other things. I'll address that with her personally and her when I respond back to her personally. Some of this email, she said, I know, Pastor K, it may not make the cut. I realize I was a little graphic, and I meant no disrespect, but I guess I was venting and I had to say it. Young lady, my sister, it wasn't too graphic. You didn't say nothing I never heard before. And I'm sure the viewers watching today, they've heard this. And some of them probably going through the same thing you going through. But by you sharing your tell the truth, it's some more women feel the exact same way as you. So don't think you in this by yourself. Here's one. Dear Pastor KZ, you are my newest go-to channel. Here is my truth. I have a 23-year-old daughter, and my sister has a 22-year-old daughter. Many people say they could be twins, and they are so close. They just love each other. They're literally inseparable. They went to the same high school. They even went to the same college together. And everybody, whenever they see them, they just look at them and say, how can they be first cousins? Well, here is my truth. And I'm ashamed to admit it. But the reason why they're so close and people say they could be twins is because me and my sister got kids from the same man. So they sisters, half sisters walking around here. And we've been lying saying they cousins all this time. I don't know what else to say. My sister initially knew that I was dating this guy, and she went behind me. Pastor KZ, what can you say to that? I don't know what to say to that. Thank you for sharing this email. We'll unpack more of this because she did write more about this, and we'll go through that probably next week. Every one of these emails, y'all, today, it's impacting me in a different way. From this first one, the work wife, work husband situation, to the daddy one, to the daughter getting beat, all of these emails, they really impact. And it's a lot going on in them. But before we leave from Tell the Truth Thursday, can we just take a moment and pray? Father God, right now, thank the viewers right now. Lord, I thank you for using this platform to be able to impact somebody. For every person that is going through an issue and feel the need to tell the truth about it, to get out of bondage, to declutter their lives. Lord, I ask you right now to touch their homes right now, touch their spirits right now. Lord, give them the strength they need to continue to go on. Lord, provide doors to open for them to go and seek the help they need. Lord, I ask you right now to touch every viewer that is watching today. Bless their homes. Lord, you know what they all stand in need of. Grant them their petitions. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Until we meet again for I'll Tell the Truth Thursday, thank you all for watching. I know this one was a little bit long, but I'll see you back on tomorrow. Have a great day.